Hello and welcome to my video, which will be a review of the wego Relay Hybrid Plus. This is one of those smartwatches, and as a disclaimer, I have never owned a smartwatch before. This is the first time I've ever had one, but I have some opinions now that I've used it. You can buy this at Walmart for anywhere between $25 to $60, depending on where you go. And that's where I personally got mine. Now, some things to know is when you do first get it, you will have to charge it, and the instructions that it comes with aren't very clear. So, it comes with this as your charger, and it's got these little teeth. And the way you can tell that you're connecting it correctly is you match up these two very small triangles that clip into place. Let's see if I can get a, see? And then you got the little teeth. Right there. And it just kind of clips into place. And when you clip that into place, you take this part that goes into a USB charger. And then you can plug it into a computer or same thing that you would use to charge your smartphone. And after you've spent the first 4 hours or so charging it, what you need to do is you need to sync it. And it's not as simple as you'd think, because when you push it the first time, you don't just hold it down and then it magically connects. You have to turn the Bluetooth on in your system, and then you have to hold this down very tightly, and it will be found, but it's not like a light tap here. It's you have to push really hard, and it won't sync otherwise. And what's even more confusing about it is it will not connect at all. Like, the instructions that come with it do not tell you how it works. And I had to try and do some Googling. And you don't use the wego app, you use this app called joinwego. And I'll just bring that up here. So like, it's saying this is my stats for today. And that thing in the upper right hand corner is it updating, saying what my stats are for today. In order to speed the sync process up, you just have to pinch there, and once it connects, it will load everything up. And one of the things I found is sometimes it will fail when you're trying to connect it, and it does get annoying. I don't want to spend all day waiting for it just to relay there, but it's interesting because that little gray message there says that it failed to sync. So if we push that button up there, it will try syncing again. What you need to do is hold that down. And how you'll know it'll connect is a little bit of a number will show up there, and it will show you what percentage we're at when we're connected to be able to update that information. And you actually have to go and make sure you connect it to the right app. So what you do is right here, when you click, we don't want my info, we want settings, and the wego device that you select. This, even though I bought a Hybrid Plus, it never worked when I tried connecting with it. It only connected when I did the relay, not the relay HR. And it is kind of nice to set a little alarm. It just vibrates and says, boom, you did it. And it will text you saying any text messages here. It'll show a little box and then the message of what the person says. But I have noticed that in the messages that it shows, that those messages, if someone sends you 2 or 3 texts, it will flash and show a wall of text that makes it hard to read. And it's not really the most convenient system, because the first time I was trying to connect it, the instructions were on this tiny strip of paper. You could barely read it. And so when I installed the app and it said, okay, what are some information about you? You had to put in the information. And then when you put in the information about your weight, your sex, your height, your goals, and then you select the device, then you have to hold it down to sync it. Now, while I was going into that, it was nice enough to bring up the information and update it, So now we can see what our daily goals were today. It keeps track of your sleep, how many miles you go in a day, how many calories, how many steps. You can change it from imperial to metric units if you're more interested in that. So you're more than able to set it, and it just keeps track of every day. It's a watch that you just kind of wear as you go. And what's interesting is even though my first day with the watch, I did not get it to sync for the life of me, it actually collected all of the data from that day. And when I connected it that next day, it updated onto the system. So that's just kind of some fun food for thought as far as the program goes. Now, is this worth $25? Well, that's relative. I mean, I spent $80 on this phone and it works far better than this watch does as far as keeping track of things go. But if you want a nice little doodad for reading texts, it's smarter than other options that are out there. And I think that's it.